He is the undisputed architect of extreme metal who wrote the heaviest, most sinister riffs in the history of thrash. But the controversial World War II obsession that inspired Slayer's darkest lyrics didn't come from a place of malice. It was actually sparked by his own father, a decorated American soldier who fought at the Battle of Normandy and brought home captured German medals to give to his young son as historical souvenirs. In the mid-1980s, right around the time Slayer was recording their masterpiece, Rain and Blood, Heineken was so obsessed with punk rock that he started a secret side project. He formed a hardcore punk band called Pap Smear alongside Slayer drummer Dave Lombardo and Suicidal Tendencies guitarist Rocky George. They wrote several songs and were preparing to record, but Slayer's legendary producer, Rick Rubin, intervened. Rubin convinced Heineken to dissolve the band, warning him that it would drain his creative energy away from Slayer. When Slayer first formed, their sound was heavily influenced by traditional mid-tempo heavy metal bands like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. It was Heineken who aggressively pushed the band to play faster. He brought cassette tapes of hardcore punk bands like Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, and Minor Threat to rehearsals and forced his bandmates to listen to them. By injecting that chaotic, blistering punk speed into dark heavy metal riffs, Heineken effectively birthed the sound of thrash metal. The song Angel of Death is one of the most controversial and iconic tracks in metal history, detailing the horrific human experiments of Nazi physician Josef Mengele. Heineken didn't write it to be a neo-Nazi anthem, an accusation he fiercely denied his entire life. He wrote it simply because he bought 2 books about Mengele to pass the time while bored on a tour bus. He thought the history was incredibly dark and evil, which he felt was the perfect subject matter for a heavy metal song. Heineken was famously devoted to Heineken beer. When it came time to design his signature ESP guitar, he wanted to pay tribute to his favorite drink. He instructed ESP to paint the guitar with a logo that looked exactly like the Heineken label, but replaced the brand name with Heineken and the word quality with Slayer. ESP had to carefully navigate trademark laws to produce the guitar, but the Heineken Strat became one of the most recognizable instruments in heavy metal. While his co-guitarist Kerry King would spend hours backstage meticulously practicing scales and warming up his hands before a show, Heineken famously despised practicing. He relied entirely on natural talent and muscle memory. His pre-show ritual usually consisted of sitting quietly, drinking a beer or two, and waiting for the intro tape to roll.